So Nvidia just crushed earnings again this week, then sold off along with Bitcoin some more. What happened? Let's talk about it and see if history is repeating itself. And let's look at a stock chart that might be able to predict the future. So this is starting to remind me of 4 years ago when we were at the height of the metaverse and EV craze, when everybody couldn't buy enough of those stocks. The main thing making the market go up and down, the extreme volatility the last couple weeks, is whether we're going to get a rate hike in December or not. One day they think we will, next day they think we won't. Along with Main Street starting to feel the pinch. People, selling the stocks to just be able to pay the bills, and whether we're in an AI bubble or not, which probably might be the biggest reason for the volatility. So, like I said, this reminds me of 4 years ago, and to be a good stock trader or stock investor, you need to be good at knowing your history. So, let's pull up that chart and see what I'm talking about. This is the Roundball Metaverse ETF. Things were going so crazy about the metaverse that they had to create an ETF tracking all the big players involved in creating the infrastructure for the metaverse. Facebook even changed their name to Meta, which gives you an idea of how crazy it was back in 2021. So they created this ETF, which you see peaked in November 2021. We are in November 2025. And just the whole next year was a sell-off, falling over 50%. All the big players just pulled back. Which, who else do you think is watching charts like this? Hedge funds. What do hedge funds do best? They hedge and protect their bottom line. So they have hedges in place, options that if it's a self-fulfilling prophecy and people get concerned about the AI bubble, all their positions will sell off too. They own the most shares. The biggest companies that you think are bulletproof right now will come down, just like happened all through 2022. So it doesn't have to happen exactly this way, but with how people aren't letting it go about whether this is the AI bubble, just like the bubble back in the late 90s, nobody wants to get caught holding the bag. This actually worked out good for me. I didn't, get caught up in the hype, thankfully. I actually was able to watch this downtrend and bought good companies that are like part of this ETF, like Roblox. For me and my kids, bought it at $27 back in the beginning of 2023. Now it's over $100. That's why I'm making this video, to show you how to protect yourself. And one of the biggest things, before I forget, is it's important to watch the right interviews too, because they can be very telling. The CEO of Google even admitted, which is similar to the same interviews you heard back during the metaverse hype, he admitted there's elements of irrationality, which means overhype of AI, which it's going to be a thing. Obviously, there's way too much going for it not to be, but it doesn't mean a lot of the stocks involving AI are overvalued right now. So that could be really good news. The first thing you want to do, or the main thing you want to do, is prioritize your portfolio. Make sure you're holding the right stocks that, even if they pull back like this, can go back up over time. Yeah, the good news is this chart is higher than the peak. It took 4 years to get there, but it's still higher. And if you're a long-term investor, you've you've already taken all that. You've already accounted for all that. So the main thing is get rid of all the junk in your portfolio, like the OKLOs that everybody is just cramming into. You need to find the stocks that have, or eliminate the stocks from your portfolio or anything you're considering about buying. You want to have only in your portfolio real assets with real demand, with real cash flow. And I hope you hear me on that, because anyone not going by those three measures are probably going to have a rough next year, especially if the bubble does start to pop. Real assets, real demand, and real cash flow. And if you want to learn how to do that, follow me. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, and just remember to stay safe.